Welcome to 11 Degrees, your gateway to the cutting edge of innovation and the world of technology. I'm your host, Sam, and each week we explore the latest trends, breakthroughs, and the people shaping the future of technology. In the ancient land of Eldoria, where the sky... Welcome to 11 Degrees, your gateway to the cutting edge of innovation and the world of technology. I'm your host, Sam, and each week we explore the latest trends, breakthroughs, and the people shaping the future of technology.
The Democrats want to eat your kids. They want to let transgenders into women's spaces to tear down the liberal democracy and establish a trans supreme gay matriarchy. So definitely do not watch the Queen Matriarch complain about politics. Every day except for Wednesdays and Thursdays at 8 a.m. And definitely do not subscribe to her content and do not support her on Patreon through the link in the description below. Terrible content. The worst content. It's horrible. The Democrats want to eat your kids. They want to let transgenders into women's spaces to tear down the liberal democracy and establish a trans supreme gay matriarchy. So definitely do not watch the Queen Matriarch complain about politics every day except for Wednesdays and Thursdays at 8 a.m. And definitely do not subscribe to her content, and do not support her on Patreon through the link in the description below. Terrible content. The worst content. It's horrible. The Democrats want to eat your kids. They want to let transgenders into women's spaces to tear down the liberal democracy and establish a trans supreme gay matriarchy. So definitely do not watch the Queen Matriarch complain about politics every day except for Wednesdays and Thursdays at 8 a.m. And definitely do not subscribe to her content, and do not support her on Patreon through the link in the description below. Terrible content. The worst content. It's horrible.
There we go. There's my mic. Can I deadass only be heard? Okay, so yes, I will eventually stop having fucking audio issues on this goddamn stream. Anyway, so yes, it is very important to me that this becomes my, yeah, it is super important to me that this becomes my, my intro. So, terrible jokes. Alright, so let's see. The Democrats want to eat your kids. They want to let transgenders into women's spaces to tear down the liberal democracy and establish a trans supreme gay matriarchy. So definitely do not watch the queen matriarch complain about politics every day. I feel like I feel like just as an even bigger dunk cuz like I said I want to make this Trump. I feel like this is going to definitely, yes, this is going to be done by like a I'm going to try to do like a 3D, like an AI generated 3D model if I can of Donald Trump, and he's going to be saying all this stuff, so I have to put the echo symbol around my name, because as he is on the right, he has said very anti-Semitic things, and I wouldn't be surprised if he accuses me of being Jewish. I mean, I have a Jewish brother. He probably might take that shit, so he's gonna put echo signs. He's gonna be like, yeah. So that would be perfect, just as an even better dunk. Complain about so yes. So definitely do not watch the echo sign queen matriarch complain about politics every day except for Wednesdays and Thursdays at 8 a.m. And definitely do not subscribe to her content, and do not support her on Patreon through the link in the description below. Terrible content. It's the worst content, folks. Terrible jokes, and no... wait, and... here we go. Politics. And... nobody knows terrible politics like Trump. Vote for me and we will end this leftist lunacy. There we go. The Democrats want to eat your kids. They want to let transgenders into women's spaces to tear down the liberal democracy and establish a trans supreme gay matriarchy. So definitely do not watch the queen matriarch complain about politics every day except for Wednesdays and Thursdays at 8 a.m. And definitely do not subscribe to her content, and do not support her on Patreon through the link in the description below. Terrible content. It's the worst content, folks. Terrible jokes and politics, and nobody knows terrible politics like Trump. Vote for me and we will end this leftist lunacy. I have a moral obligation to make that my intro. I fucking can't. Anyway. Alright. Let me see if I can try to do this show. I'm 100% doing it with my my left arm, so this is gonna be a real PETA. The fuck am I? Wait. Okay, here we go. Wait, can I find a text to Trump voice? Free Donald Trump AI voice generator. Is this how there's so many like funny Trump impressions on the webs? Is this even gonna sound good? Is this gonna? I hope it's gonna sound. Oh no. Is it playing? Can't tell if it's playing. It's not. It can't be. I don't know if you're... Let's see. Can I download it and try to... It's not working. Because normally there would be a little thing on my Streamlabs that is Why are all these AI generating sites shit? Can I use this one? Oh. Can I do, what about this one? Only 250. Come on. Suck my girl dick. Where are we?
Trump.com is down for maintenance currently, but you can find the best Donald Trump text-to-speech at fakeyou.com. Give it a try. It's amazing. You'll never regret it. fakeyou.com. Sadly, you can't use Trump.com right now. We're experiencing some trouble, but you know where you can get great Donald Trump text-to-speech? fakeyou.com. fakeyou.com is the world's best text-to-speech website. You can create all your favorite Donald J. Trump memes with fakeyou.com. Give it a try. It's amazing. You'll never regret it. fakeyou.com.
Why are all these sites shit?
Sadly, you can't use Trump.com right now. Sadly, you can't use Trump.com. You can't find...
Fuck off. These sites are so fake. Wait.
The Democrats want to eat your kids. They want to let transgenders into own spaces to tear down the liberal democracy and establish a trans supreme gay matriarchy. So definitely do not watch it. Queen Matriarch complain about...
What the fuck was that?
The Democrats want to eat your kids. They want to let transgenders into own spaces to tear down the liberal democracy and establish a trans supreme gay matriarchy. So definitely do not watch it. Queen Matriarch complain about...
Is that as long as it'll go?
The Democrats want to eat your kids. They want to let transgenders into own spaces to tear down the liberal democracy and establish a trans supreme gay matriarchy. So definitely do not watch it. Queen Matriarch complain about...
Okay, I gotta figure... Well, it's a work in progress. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, but that's gotta be my intro text. Let's see. Let's get into some politics. Let's see if there's any drama find on YouTube. Who knows? I'm bored. Blue Texas. Show my Brain Blaze, National Geographic, artificially wear Prime Video into the shadows. Nobody interesting. All the interesting folks are, like, here. Let's see. Do we want to shit on Joe Rogan today? I don't know. I don't know if I want to start there. Fuck it. Let's shit on Joe Rogan. I don't know. Let's start some online bullshit. Oh no. I forget his videos are hours long. Oh, no. That's not where I want to be. YouTube. Let's see. Oh, there we go. We haven't shit on PragerU since the beginning of the show. Let's shit on PragerU. I'm bored. Gambling with your money! Yay! Oh, god damn it. Yeah. Do I wanna, let's see. Je vais te jeter dans. How do you say? How do you say? Is it cheval merde? Merde de cheval. Wait. Ok. Je vais te jeter en quelques merde de cheval. J'ai des grands iris. I'm fucking dead. Anyway, let's that was great. That was great. I'm proud of that. Je vais te jeter en cac, mère de cheval. Oh my god. Wait, no, we were about to watch some of their shit, and I got fucking distracted by leaving a troll comment in French. They'll never know what the fuck I said.
The FBI made significant revisions.
Because they probably fetishize the French language and have no.
As far as
learning it. Oh, fuck off! No thanks. I'm rich because I got no kids. You want me to have wealth killers? Fuck off. All right, let's see. You could also raise the minimum wage. Raise the minimum wage. Maybe more people will have kids. Maybe people will go doing, 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 and then 9 months later, you know, raise the minimum.
The FBI made significant.
Out of here. All right, let's see. Prager, you kids. Oh no, is therapy gone? Let's see, gone woke. Let's see, the narcissism of gender pronouns. Oh no. Oh no. Are you guys feeling masochistic right now? I'm not. I don't want to watch Matt Walsh. I want to see him swing from a... Oh no.
Like, there are different categories of people who transition, and we kind of talk about them like they're all the same, but they're not. And you can kind of break it down by age. Like, there's the very young children, a 5-year-old, and we hear that, oh, my 5-year-old is trans. That's 1,000% the parent just deciding they're going to do that to the child, because no child even knows what that is. So you have to suggest that to them.
I mean, not necessarily true. I mean, I didn't know what the hell was going on with me when I was a kid. All I knew is that I was happy, happy the way I was. Maybe the parent identifies the child as trans because the parent actually knows what the child is doing. They have, they were born a boy and, or a boy, whatever. And they just, there's something about it. They're just more geared towards, girl things. Like, they want to play with Barbie dolls more and everything. They want to there's nothing wrong with, and they want to go by a different name. Now, many parents actually would not support that, mainly because of people like you. You think it's normal to force children into a box, and it's not completely abusive and groomerish, creepy behavior that is only based off of, oh, baby pussy and baby dicks. Like, yeah, you're that creepy. And frankly, I'm grateful to have lived in a house where predominantly I was accepted for who I was. So, yeah, people like you make me glad I never had a real, had my biological dad around, and that my stepfather was pretty distant in my life. You know why? Because if I had a dad like you, we probably wouldn't be talking right now.
Then you have the adolescent girls, and Abigail Shrier's written about this in her great book. And that's the social contagion. They pick it up from society. But then there's the older men who are adults.
You hear that, right? Social contagion. They pick it up from society. So basically, if a child or if a person or whatever, an adolescent, is not feeling comfortable with who they are, well, they're just being brainwashed. They're infected with a contagion. And obviously, in order to protect our children, our girls, our white women, we need to eliminate a contagion. And what is that contagion? Trans people. And now they're coming up on us, evil trans women.
And decide one day that they're women. And for so many of them, this is a fetish. I mean, this is like the thing we're not allowed to say or acknowledge, but it's totally true.
You hear that, guys? If you're a trans woman and you like getting fucked in the ass, you know, it's not because you just like getting fucked in the ass and that you have a female gender identity. You're just fetishizing the women's experience. You heard it from Matt Walsh himself, you know. Who are you going to believe? You or Matt Walsh's honest dishonesty?
True that for most of these older men who decide that I'm a woman, it's a fetish. It's autogynephilia. They're enchanted by the idea of themselves as women, and so now.
So it's pure ageism that he's going through here. He's ridiculing older women because of the fact that they're trans. You know, like, no, you look like a man, and blah 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 blah. I will never honor you as a man. And we all know this. He's not really having a nuanced view on gender. He of course has a lot to say in terms of how we're predators and all that shit. I don't know if he's gonna get into that in this video, but I'm sure we know him enough. We don't need to find out, because especially for someone like me, having been a victim of child abuse, you know, when I was 2 years old. Long story, not gonna get into it. Yeah, that's not something we need to be hearing. So let's see. Blair White wants to like say that there's, you know, wants to complain about neopronouns. Let's see.
Oh, hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My pronouns are that bitch. That bitch pronoun merch. Okay, welcome back to my channel. Today I was inspired to do a rant video about Oh, hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My pronouns are that bitch. That bitch pronoun merch on sale now. What are your pronouns?
All right, I unironically want to buy that shirt. Not because this is not because she's a TERF and very anti-non-binary. Well, yeah, she's kind of a TERF. She does talk shit about a lot of trans people who don't have the passing privilege that she does. So she's, but I still unironically want that shirt because I kind of feel the whole that bitch kind of thing. Like, some people like to, I don't know. I feel like if it wasn't done by a TERF / NB-phobe, you know, like, I feel like I would buy it, because that is a very relatable shirt. My pronouns are that / bitch. And, yeah. It's hilarious. It's really great.
Bella? Where are they?
Oh, we're getting out the pets, Blairy. Blairy, if we're getting out the pets, I must get my little terrifying little terror. Come here, you bundle of Say hello to the live stream. Oh, get your butt off my hand, dude. And say hello to the chat, even though nobody's there. Say hello. Get you closer to the screen. This is Felix. He does not like the fact that I picked him up right now. He normally loves it when I pick him up, but he's being a total utter tyrant right now. He's terrifying. So I'm going to put him down before he does another one of... Don't know if you can see it, but homeboy fucked me up. Alright.
I think she just called me a man. Today we're diving into a trans topic that I have not touched upon. Surprising. We're talking about neopronouns today. Now, if you don't know what neopronouns are, I learned like 3 days ago, so don't feel bad. So according to Miss Google, neopronouns are a category of new neopronouns that are increasingly used in place of she, he, or they when referring to a person.
So, she's complaining about neopronouns, and neo explicitly reject the concept, or reject, well, not reject, but, you know, do not include they. Those would be included with, like, regular pronouns. So let's see what she has to say.
So some examples that we have here are bug and bug self, it and itself. That one's a little degrading. Bun and bun self.
All right, so when it comes to itself, it and itself, I personally don't really care about whether or not someone identifies as that. It's a matter of if it's literally the difference between someone identifying as it slash itself versus having that label applied to them by trans people or by transphobes. So if if a bigot is referring to a trans person as it, like that's, you know, that's a little different than the trans person unironically identifying with it slash itself. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with it. You know, I sometimes ironically call myself a trap and all these other things.
When you're like a bunny.
Just as like a fucking joke, you know, like these fruitcakes out here would go along and be like, and say all these transphobic things. Yeah, like, and one of those things being that word, and so sometimes in an ironic way, I might jokingly be like, you know, like let's say I'm rewatching one of my videos and I'm like, oh no, it's a trap. You know, like jokes like that. Like, it's different if someone else is applying that to you, like, because of the power dynamic there. And I don't think I should have to get into power dynamics. But if I do, feel free to let
me. And tree self. There are more, but those are the most popular ones. So if you're thinking, Blair, that is absolute bullshit and no one actually uses those pronouns.
No. Not at all. I don't think it's bullshit. People can however the fuck they want. You know? You don't have to respect them. But just keep in mind that that's just one less person you can be friends with. Let's face it. You got all these fucking TERFs out here saying, oh, so-called trans lesbians are just men trying to sneak into our pants or something. It's like, nah, girlfriend. I've been with cis women, and you know, I've never you know, like I've been in a lesbian relationship with a cis woman. I'm currently in a lesbian relationship with a cis man. Cis man, not cis woman, not cis man. Trans Anyway, trans woman. I was in a relationship with a trans man last time around. Yeah. How the fuck could I mix that up? Anyway, yeah. So my current partner is a trans woman, and my last partner was a cis man, and before I was with him, I was with a you know. So it's like you know what they all have in common is that they're not degrading me, and they weren't not degrading me, but they weren't invalidating my gender identity. We can argue that one of them was incredibly abusive, and I will not bring that drama back up. It's in the past. I would like to keep it there. But, yeah, so I don't want to be with someone who is invalidating and who is bigoted towards my identity. And so therefore, trans lesbians complaining that there are cisgender lesbians complaining that there are transgender lesbians are literally just mad that, are literally just the equivalent of white women being mad that there are black women, dating or taking their white men. Like, it's so fucking disgusting and racist. And in this case, it is also incredibly transphobic. It is just, we're not looking to date you. We don't care. Bigots aren't our type. Sorry.
I wish that were the truth. How much do you want to bet you're wrong? So actor Kenan Lonsdale, better known for his work on The Flash and Love, Simon, both shows that I have not watched, came out and identified his new pronouns that he wants everyone to use for him, which are tree and tree self. In an interview, he said, "I want people to call me Tree because we all come from trees. So it doesn't matter if you're a he or a she or a they or a them." I thought we all came from monkeys. At the end of the day, everyone's a tree.
We didn't come from trees either. Y'all are both wrong. If you go back billions of years ago, every life form on Earth comes from primordial soup, located in the middle of literally bumfuck nowhere. So, if anything, we're all filthy, dirty slime. So,
Tree. I want to call my friends Tree and me Tree and everyone Tree. So my first thought is that I want whatever tree he's smoking.
I want whatever tree that tree is smoking. Yeah. I just used Tree's pronouns. Oh, there's nothing wrong with Let me guess. Did I just commit treason against the trans community by using Tree's pronouns? Ooh. Well, it's time to execute me. The punishment for treason is death. By a really good fucking smoke.
It's not no regular tree, sis. You're on the good shit. My second thought is that this is highly narcissistic
Really good
behavior. And no one ever really brings up narcissism when it comes to people who want people to call them doll and doll self and use these crazy pronouns that really just don't align with how human beings speak about other human beings. Like, there is so much narcissism that goes into that. If you expect everyone around you to alter the language in which they use for human beings, not even just for genders, because I remember when I first came on.
This sounds like a lot of shit I heard from back during when I was, exploring my identity. And I thought I was, and I was on the Asexual Visibility and Education Network, also known as AVEN. And I asked a question on a Christian forum about the community. And they said that basically asexuality is just the deprivation of sex, a narcissistic trait used to control your partner and stuff like that. It's like, I'm sorry. Did you think you fell out of a coconut tree?
I was transgender, and my parents and my family and stuff, like, they had, it was a process to come around to using she all the time. Now they do, obviously, but in the beginning it takes some time to go from he to she. But to go from like normal human interactions and human language to be like, hey tree self, hey girl, that's ill. It's very much serving the
Let's see. Well, I think it's a matter of whether or not Tree is okay with using if they want to be called Tree Self in that context, then okay. But I don't know. I'm all for it. Let's bring out the trees. Let's all commit treason here.
the same energy as like, pick out the red and yellow M&Ms for me, darling. Like, it's very that. And my next thought on that is we really need to, at some point, have a discussion for the expectation for me as a trans person, and not even just me. Let's talk about trans people in general. Everyone hates when I use me as an example, even though I am trans. So like, it's like, why shouldn't I? The expectation for trans people to not only accept, but view and regurgitate this sort of thing as comparable to their own experience, right? Like the expectation for actual trans people to view identifying as a fucking tree as still falling.
They're just pronouns, sis. They're just pronouns, girl. Like, I can't do this thing that right arm is broken, but I'd be doing the snappy. I'd be doing the you know, like, nah, girl, they're just fucking pronouns. Why are you getting mad?
Under the trans umbrella and like we're still the same. Like, that's an insult. Does the struggle?
I don't view it as such. People can identify however the fuck they want. Like, you can identify as fuck Trump's left testicle. I don't give a fuck. Like, if you're a good person, that's what I care about. Why is that so hard on the right? They use that to gaslight us. Like, I don't give a fuck if you're trans. I don't give a fuck if you're gay or black. You call me racist and homophobic and blah, 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 blah. I don't give a fuck about that. Except the people on the right actually feel that way. Y'all actually make a big fucking deal out of it while claiming you don't fucking care. It's like, are you okay? Is the right okay?
Struggle really mean anything if it can just be boiled down to like the same thing as, hi, I'm a tree? So something I've noticed upon researching neopronouns.
Bitch, I'm not just a tree. I am a traitor committing treason. Okay. Like, no, no. I am a tree. Okay? I stand with our tree friends. And I stand with solidarity with my tree friends, so much so that I intend on starting a new campaign, effective immediately, called the Treehouse Foundation, and we are going to build tree houses for all our tree friends.
Pronouns and who exactly uses them through TikTok, because where else, of course, would people use these pronouns but TikTok? It's almost overwhelmingly exclusively like teenagers using them. Teenagers being like, my pronouns are vamp and vamp self, because they want to be fucking vampires. We're talking young teenagers, like, you know, like James Charles victims age. That, yeah. So obviously I didn't want to put like minors on here and be like, what are you doing? Because we know what they're doing. It's like, it's the new emo. It really is. And frankly, if anyone here knows what I looked like in high school.
So what if it turns out to all be a phase? Who fucking cares? I'm all for just people just being themselves and everybody just minding their fucking business and just, you know, like, why are we so dead set on shaming the other? Like, why do we give a fuck? Why do we give a fuck?
It's not that much of a motherfucking stretch to think I would have probably, if neopronouns were like a trend when I was in high school, used them. Although, I don't know, it was very anti-label back then. Remember when people were anti-labels? Now it's like collecting labels like they're fucking Pokemon. Like, I don't know. But they're
yes. So I've collected so the trans label so far, the possibly bi or maybe pan label, who knows. I have a socialist label, the commie label, the degenerate label, the queen matriarch label. You know, the let's see, what else have I adopted? The bunny label, so you will refer to me as Bunny and Bunny Self. The I don't know, the terrorist label. I don't know. Like, I whenever my fiance calls me cute, I say no, I am not cute. I am terrifying, and everybody fears me. So yeah, the terrorist label. Let's see, what else? Oh, I identify as a butterfly. Butterfly, rabbit, wolf, skin thing. Okay, so like I'm I identify as every label there is out there. Name a gender and fuck. Name a gender and that's what I identify. Super straight, trans straight, straight, crooked straight, upside down straight, left straight, right straight, gay straight, gay left, gay. I stand in solidarity with all my rainbow cotton candy friends, okay?
Definitely some adults who use them. Meet Bunny. Bunny?
Hi, my name is Bunny, and I use bun pronouns. Bun pronouns are a form of neopronoun. Outside of he and she pronouns, there's a whole world of neopronouns that can be used. In my case, mine are based off of bunny. So instead of she, her, hers, herself, it's bun, buns, bunself.
So the thing is, do not go and like send this person any hate. I'm gonna remove their @ so that doesn't happen, because I think to anyone who can watch this TikTok, it's very clear this person is probably struggling with like some other issues, right? The only point to be made here is that not all issues need to be validated. At what point, when you're making people refer to you as a rabbit, do people who like love you be like, okay, listen, we know you're going through something, but you're not allowed to just put your issues on everyone else around you.
Well, even
you can't just put whatever you're going.
Well, even if what they're doing is 100% cope with something that went on with their lives, like maybe the goal is not to shame them, validate them, but to try to actually like be there for them. Because maybe they're going through something that you can't understand, and like you have no reason to judge them. Like, right? Like, isn't that what? See, this is why I hate right-wingers. Like, I don't care, like, you know, this is why I support left-wing trans content creators a lot more than right-wing trans content creators, because when it comes to right-wing trans content creators, it seems like they want to steer. Like, listen, all right, so I'm treating this right here like it's actually a person. This right here is not a person. This is a hologram implanted by the CIA designed to distract us and deceive us into voting Republican, okay? This is proof because we're worrying about bullshit that is a complete non-issue.
Through on strangers throughout the world to call you a bunny, and like, what? You're neglecting the issues that you need to really be dealing with and replacing it with policing people and how they talk to you and like micromanaging the way in which people speak all around you. If anyone ever asked me to refer to them as a bunny, I would just reply with, oh baby, that's your problem. I gotta go. No, I don't have time to, dive into this particular endeavor with you, but I'm gonna pray for you. I have, though, known one...
That is your problem. I'm like, I got my own problems. Like, I'm just gonna go that way. Like, I'm gonna, like, attack me or something. I'm gonna go this way, and I would rather be attacked by someone in that direction than by someone as unthreatening as you. One
person in my life who goes by Z.
I fucking can't. Anyway, so if you're liking the stream, be sure to actually hit that like button, follow, support me on Patreon, and I'm going to send us on a brief break. Thank you for watching.
Come on, you just gotta make this. Let's go! All right, another win.
Playing a new video game?
No, but I did just win some money guessing the winner of tonight's game.
Wait, you're betting on sports?
Yeah, like a little side gig to make some extra money.
You do know that's gambling, right?
Yeah, but is it really?
Yes, it is. Gambling has been around as long as recorded human history and has been warned against due to its rejection of honest work, the animosity it creates between people, and its get-rich-quick appeal. Gambling comes in many forms, including casino games like poker and blackjack, and lotteries such as Powerball. Recently, technological advances and changes in the law have opened the door for gambling from the comfort of your computer or your phone. The most popular of these today is online sports betting. Online sports betting is a form of gambling where individuals place wagers on various sports events on internet-based platforms. It typically involves predicting the results of matches or competitions across a wide range of sports such as football, basketball, and Serbian horse racing. Users can place bets on different aspects of the games, including the final score, player performances, or even specific events within the match.
This looks like a good bet.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I have a pretty good feeling about this one. Wait, why?
Well, for starters, the odds are against you. Odds refer to the probability that an outcome will occur. For example, the odds of winning a Powerball jackpot is 1 in 292,201,338. Meaning you can expect to win once in almost 300 million tries.
Yikes!
Truth is, all forms of gambling are designed for you to lose. Odds makers are skilled at designing bets to entice people to make emotional and uninformed wagers, such as betting on a favorite team no matter what. This gives the betting platform, also known as the house, an edge, with the average bettor more likely to lose money than to win it.
Oh, come on! That's a terrible call. There goes $50.
Gambling businesses, including online sports betting apps, are in business for one reason: to take your money. In 2023, the sports betting industry posted a record revenue of almost $11 billion. And if you do happen to win consistently or make a high payoff on a particular bet, these platforms will often limit your bet amount or even kick you off the app.
So you're telling me I've been set up to lose?
Yep, the sportsbooks don't like it when you win. These games are designed for you to lose money more often than you win, which could result in significant financial losses if you're not careful.
Okay, but
And scene. We are back. Welcome back, folks. If you're enjoying the show, please like and subscribe. Also, do support me on Patreon. Yeah, when I was on my little break, I came across another Blair White video on my phone, and she was like, "This is why the trans community isn't respected." And in the thumbnail, it was like a clip of some I don't know, a comment or whatever. Women and girls who are trans are biological women and girls. I'm gonna assume that she would claim something like delusion or whatever, like, "Oh no, that's a joke. You're the problem," and blah blah blah. Like, we're not biological women. It's like, I actually disagree. See, I'm a biological organism, and I'm a woman. There you go. I'm a biological woman, you're a biological woman. You know, we're all girls here. We got the titties, we got everything. Well, I don't got the titties. I'm actually trying to get top surgery soon. But anyway, I'm not actually gonna go over that video on this stream. Maybe next stream? I don't know. But I think I'm all Blair Whited out. So, god damn it. Let me put this somewhere. Fuck. Well, I feel like Barney. Anyway. Oh my god. Let's see. There was one I saw. Texas legislature means a stay. Subpoena means a stay of execution for inmate. Oh. Come on, Chrissy boy.
2 hours before the injection. Death sentence. Lethal injection.
Let me pause this for a second. Come on, fucker. Alright. So, we're about to find out about a Texas person who apparently has received a stay of execution. This is a depressing one, really dark one to get into.
Death sentence. Lethal injection. Killed the baby by shaking it. 2 hours before the injection. 57-year-old Robert Roberson. First person scheduled to be put to death for shaken baby syndrome. Right? That's, you shake it, you cause such a bad brain injury by the shaking that you kill the kid. But now, a temporary stay of execution by a Texas judge, the likes of which I've never heard before.
Is it possible that they've seen what happened in Missouri and that maybe some questions have about his innocence? I don't know. Let's see. In the death of his daughter, won a stay of execution in Texas. Vanessa Potkin, director of special litigation in the Innocence Project, explains for the moment. Okay. What is his name?
Right? That's, you shake it, you cause such a bad brain injury by the shaking that you kill the kid. But now, a temporary stay of execution by a 10-year-old Robert Roberson.
Robert Roberson. Okay. They appear in person at... Come on. Come on. Your deadass not gonna... Okay. What I'm trying to figure out... But it looks like I'm not going to get a quick answer, so I need to find like a source that I know is not going to be biased against it. I don't know. Yahoo News. The development comes after several Republican and Democratic state lawmakers issued a subpoena for Robertson to testify at a hearing next week about the case. The scheduled execution of Robertson, who was convicted of murder in the 2002 death of his 22-year-old daughter, Nikki Curtis, has been halted by the Texas Supreme Court. The Texas Supreme Court announced on social media that it had issued a stay on the execution after several Republican and Democratic state lawmakers issued a subpoena for Robertson to testify at a hearing next week about his case. The district court granted a temporary restraining order to prevent the execution so that it can review the plaintiff's right to compel the inmate's attendance before the committee. So what's going to happen next? The news comes after the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles declined to recommend clemency for Roberson, and the U.S. Supreme Court declined to intervene in the days that led up to his execution. The lower court then issued a temporary restraining order halting the execution on Thursday, October 7th, but an appeals court overturned that order. This prompted a petition to the Supreme Court from state lawmakers, which proved successful. Okay, however, his attorneys had argued that she wasn't actually murdered. Rather, they claimed she died after suffering multiple health issues due to acute viral pneumonia and inappropriate medication prescribed by doctors. Brian Wharton, who was the lead detective investigating Nikki's death, said he believed Roberson was innocent, especially after learning that Roberson was diagnosed with autism in 2018. That's horrifying. To know that it could have been due to pneumonia and inappropriate medication, and also he's diagnosed with autism, and yet he may end up being executed for something he didn't do. That's just horrifying. Like, this is why we need to get rid of the death penalty. I think it's great that these messages are coming out. We used to hear nothing about these. God, splints really hurt my back. Holy shit. Let's see. Prosecutors meanwhile have maintained that Roberson was guilty of murder, saying that there was evidence Nikki was shaken and had suffered abuse at the hands of her father. Everything that Roberson excuse me, continues to complain of has been litigated in state and federal court, and every court has rejected his arguments. Prosecutors wrote in an October 9th objection to a stay of execution. That's just... So there you have it, guys. An innocent man may end up being executed in Texas now. And they stayed his execution that would have taken place in a couple of hours. So, yeah. I'm very interested in seeing what happens next. But I don't think it's anything good. It's probably going to go the way of Missouri, you know. Because what is the rhetoric we hear about autistic people? I would rather have a dead child than an autistic child. We hear that a lot. So I want to cover it in the future, but I don't. Because, yeah. So I heard about this on one of, on a stream, either, was it by Vosh or was it by, I think it was shortly after that I started expanding into other streamers. Like I started watching Hashsanabi, so it had to have been Vosh. Yeah, I think this is the guy I heard about when Vosh was covering the guy from Missouri. So, yeah, so it looks like his daughter did not die from abuse, but complications related to pneumonia. Yeah, no, something tells me the comments are going to be cancerous. Yeah, if this guy was black in Texas, he wouldn't get the time of day. But we don't know his ethnicity. He looks white, but you know what? He also looks almost, well, actually, no, now that I look, he doesn't look white at all. I want to say, like, maybe Hispanic, maybe some Arabic, possibly. Like, he don't really look all that white, so it's almost like he would kind of not, I don't think it has anything to do with his race. Really, like, he doesn't really, like, you know, I don't know, maybe I'm just stoned as fuck. But no, I don't think, like, maybe I could be wrong. We don't know. And so therefore it is really unfair to judge based on a picture that he's only getting his stay because he's not black. Like, you know. Let's see. So, yeah, Houston lawmaker says death row inmate Robert Roberson should have gotten a new trial. Yeah, I agree. Anybody who is sentenced to death ever, like, should just get a new trial. Like, the death penalty, like, why? You know, they're talking about putting child sex abusers on death row, and while it sounds all good and all, if you care about ending child sexual abuse, you know who they're referring to as predators. trans people and LGBT people. And if they want to lump us in with them, then I don't think having the death penalty be accessible is a good idea, you know? Like, call me paranoid, but I think the death penalty may need to go the way of old Yeller. We need to put the death penalty to death. Yes, 100%. We need to murder the death penalty. Let's see. We are 15 days from the 2024 presidential election. Here's where things stand. Let's see. The top contenders to be Trump's vice president nominee. Wait. Huh? Okay, so these are all just in just over 2 weeks, Election Day 2024 will be here. A final cap to a wild, at times unprecedented presidential fight that for the moment remains far too close to call. The story of the 2024 race is that amid the chaos, President Joe Biden dropping out of the race, Vice President Kamala's emergence, and 2 assassination attempts on former President Donald Trump's life, control of the White House still hinges on a coin flip. Yeah. It shouldn't be on a fucking coin flip. As pollster Kristen Soltis Anderson pointed out, the 2024 race is exceptional because there has been little movement in national polling since Labor Day, the traditional sharing date of the final pre-election day slog. So McCain versus okay, so 2008 final 2 months polling swings, -3 in the Republican lead and +7 in the Democratic lead. Romney versus Obama, -1 in the Republican section, +4 in the Democratic section. Trump versus Clinton, +1 in the Republican section, or I keep saying section, in the Republican direction, and +7 in the Democratic lead. So yeah. And then Trump versus Biden, +6 and then +10 respectively. Whereas between Trump and Harris, 1.4, 2.2. Both positive. Not negative for Republicans and positive for Democrats, but both positive. Trump gained a positive support, and Harris also gained a bigger positive support, but it should not be working that way. Without a second presidential debate between Trump and Harris, there are also no major moments left that could presumably shake up the race. All that remains are the unexpected October surprises, though in today's social media environment, the bar for earth-shattering is pretty hard to cross if you're not North Carolina Lieutenant Governor I'm a black Nazi Mark Robinson, and even then, can one really be surprised when it comes to him? Yeah, no, I'm not calling him a black Nazi. I'm not calling him that. I'm respecting his identity. He identified himself publicly as a black Nazi. I'm just honoring his identity, you know what I mean? Like, I believe all people's identities are valid. We need to, if he calls himself a black Nazi, then we need to respect his right to identify. as a black Nazi. Yes, and so therefore, from now until the end of time, every time we refer to him, we need to call him a black Nazi. So, the good news for Trump is that he has gained ground. Although, arguably, I think we can take off the black part. Like, I'll concede that part. Because, to be fair, if he wasn't black, he would just be a fucking Nazi. Like, listen to, like, do you hear the shit he said? Like, some folks just need killing, and that's a fact. Like, dude's a fucking Nazi. Like, the good news for Trump is that he has gained ground since his widely panned debate performance against Harris. The Real Clear Politics national average has narrowed by roughly 0.5 percentage points in the past week, noted election forecaster Nate Silver's model now shows Trump with an extremely slight lead in what continues to remain a toss-up race. According to 538 state averages, Trump has narrowed Harris's lead in the three so-called blue wall states of Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Harris trolled Trump on Friday for being exhausted, referencing a string of interviews he has reportedly walked away from. Well, if you are exhausted on the campaign trail, it raises real questions about whether you are fit for the toughest job in the world, Harris said in Michigan, referencing a political report that Trump begged out of an interview due to exhaustion. In response, Trump said she's a loser who doesn't have the energy of a rabbit. You see, didn't we just, like, oh my goodness, she doesn't have the energy of a rabbit, so now we respect people who identify as bunnies? There you go, bunnies. Every bunny can now be Republican because Trump is now endorsing rabbits. He says that Kamala is not as energetic as a rabbit. He's calling you very energetic. Y'all are really energetic. You should compete in. Oh wait, they won't let you compete in sports, just like us. Well, welcome to the club. It's okay. You have the energy, and it's that energy that prevents you from being allowed in sports. Oh well. We'll get over it. Republicans don't have our best interest. They never have. Anyway, instead, the former president has hit the podcast circuit hard, approaching the end of the campaign like a retired athlete loaded with stories from the glory days. In all seriousness, his team is focused on young men. It appears to be working. According to the New York Times, Trump leads Harris among young men. Yeah, it looks like they got to get their limp dick syndrome fixed. If they're gonna actually have serious politics. Women won't sleep with me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to throw a temper tantrum. No, come on, fuck off. You're gonna vote for Trump because people won't sleep with you. You're so sad. In an era of close elections, 2024 is entering the home stretch with the potential to be one of the closest on record. The big names are about to come out. Amid the final push, both campaigns are turning to a mix of their top surrogates like Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton before her. Harris has virtually every top Democrat at her beck and call. She's set to stump with both Obamas separately in Georgia and Michigan, respectively. In recent days, Harris has also appeared alongside former Shark Tank star Mark Cuban. Ew! Ew! Come on, man! Oh, we're still trying to do this fucking Business Insider shit. Is this who I think it is? No. I hate him. He is so smug and so arrogant. Okay, so I guess they're okay. So Shark Tank star Mark Cuban, her go-to billionaire, former Congresswoman Liz Cheney, and other top Republicans will also continue to push Harris's theme of democracy and attack the former president for his refusal to accept his 2020 loss. So basically, hey baby. Huh? And my arm. Well, all I can really say is some of the shit I'm reading, I got a real chip on my shoulder over it. And a little arm pain. Huh? I have not yet. I'm gonna do that after the stream. I know. I'm gonna do like maybe one more segment after this, and then I'll do that. So let's see. Amid the final push, both campaigns are turning to a mix of their top surrogates. Okay, yep. Harris's team has teased bigger guests. They have touted a Get Out the Vote concert in pop star Charlie XCX's signature Brat Queen. Democrats often turn to musicians and celebrities to make the final push. Obama ended his re-election with an election eve rally in Des Moines, Iowa, accompanied by a Bruce Springsteen performance. Right? Des Moines? Or... But... like, is that Spanish or French? Like, Des Moines? Des Moines? I don't know. Iowa, accompanied by a Bruce Springsteen performance. Clinton called on the boss and Bon Jovi to campaign with her at her final 2016 rally in Philadelphia. The pandemic muted the 2020 race, but there's little doubt about big spectacles at this time. Trump is getting an early start with a rally in New York City's Madison Square Garden. He's never had as deep of a bench or as glitzy of guests as the Democrats. It's still news when his wife, former Lady Melania Trump, joins him, as she did for Thursday night's Al Smith dinner. Okay. Said something about the Electoral College, but it's not. Well, so I don't know, but it looks like a lot of people are endorsing Kamala. A lot of Republicans. That's terrifying. I mean, the Never Trump Republicans. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. So well, this is why I'm a full believer in the douche and turd theory. You know, every day you're either going to vote for, or every 4 years the choice is between 100% Hitler and 60% Hitler, and you know, it's up to you to make that choice, but those are the only choices, unfortunately. So, hi baby.
You have no viewers.
I do you have to point that out every time? Why do you always point that out? Sorry. Like, I know that. Anyway. And I rolled my eyes on stream. Sometimes I just go live because, you know, I post it on my channel and people can listen to it later. Like, you know that, right? But anyway. And besides, I did get views on Twitch, so whichever takes off first, if anything like that happens, then the more I stream and the more I let people know where they can find my content, the more either page is going to take off. So it really doesn't matter. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the break button, and we are gonna go to break, and it is going to be a lovely break, and I am going to put on, I don't know, like thing. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Some funny music. Some dramatic music, maybe. Something. Here we go. Alrighty. I'm gonna put on this or something. Is it gonna play? Probably yes.
Rafflemouth. 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 We'll poon that Uber with the Uber lead hacks and the prawn with the guff with the and rocksters, boxers, omaga hacks. Rafflemouth. 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 Lead hacks with the pundibs for the Dairy Queen. No? Rafflemouth. 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 A good to a calculator, a bird, abrs, dim, zig, muck, noob, lead. Rafflemouth. 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 I'm uber lead, so uber lead. What a wonderful feeling, I'm poning again. Hop, hop, hip, hop, hop. Rafflemouth. Rafflemouth. Oh, and Rafflemouth. 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 And Rafflemouth. Rafflemouth.
Perfect, great. I'll see you later. Just let me think for a moment.
We need it to just. Oh. Because I don't think I can. Yeah. Close your.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back. And oh my god, I have to say, I have like the best wife ever. She's like going full wife mode and trying to make sure I'm okay, and then I got my needs met. It's so adorable, you guys. Like, you see this right here? I was just eating mozzarella cheese sticks with bacon ranch. Don't judge me. And she wanted me to wear this so I don't make a mess on myself. Oh my god, she's so cute. I love you, honey. She's covering her face now. Alright, let's do one more stream or one more segment, and then I'm gonna sign off for the day. Yeah, that's basically no longer current news, so I basically might as well just purge this list, and then we can go read some news segs. God damn it, phone, get out of the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I apparently shut the thing down and left Disney Plus with UPF7 open.
Oh my god, he lived until 28. I thought they usually die in their late teens. That's pretty good. But I'm sad to see him go. Alright. Nothing interesting. Let's see. Gotta find something. I promised y'all one more seggy. Let's see. I don't know what to look at. There's nothing fucking interesting. Let's see. Oh my god. Religious bullshit. Do we want to do a Ronnie Boy battle? Or thingy? A Ronnie Boy Saggy? I don't know if I want to. Let's see. Let's see. Kremlin introduced new strategy to recruit Russians for war in Ukraine. This should be good. This guy right here with his beer bod. Total dad bod. The Russian government may increase defense spending by the end of the year. Part of the additional allocations will go towards military needs related to the war in Ukraine. I want to know what the Russian poverty rate is. Ow! Oh my god! Forgot. Can't type with both hands. This is painful. I'm also starting to get a coffee fucking headache. Oh my god. So, allegedly, I'm willing to bet, I don't know. How much of this data are like Russian ops? Like, it's either, like, I refuse to believe that. Like, So it's not that far off from the US. And is it funny that a lot of countries have such a really low poverty line? I question whether or not it's actually real, or whether or not it's the country trying to make themselves look better. Yeah, no, only 1 in 10 of us have are poor. I'd be more willing to, like, flip it. Only, like, 1 in 10 people are rich. But anyway, yeah, that coffee headache's starting to build up. I'll be right back. I'm going to get my coffee on the maker, and then I shall be right back. Give me 1 minute. Done this through my break. Love you. Love you too. Alright, let's see. Where the fuck is my coffee? I feel kind of silly. Oh, I'm looking at it. It's right fucking here. I'm looking for the coffee pot, and it's right here. Baby. What? I feel kind of silly. Huh? I said I feel kind of silly. Why? Because it's like I feel like I'm being extra. You're not being extra. You're my lovey-dovey. Yeah, the only time you're being extra is when you're being like, there's nobody watching you, right? Like, yes, I know that. I got 80 subscribers. And a dust bunny. Yes, the dust bunny. The dust bunny's also watching. Peter Cottontail himself. I decided. What? We'll go get that stuff on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. That way it gets you out of the house. Go get what stuff? The quilts, the birthday card. Aww. Oh yeah. That way it gets you out of the house. Okay. And a birthday card for who? Andrew's birthday on Sunday. It's my birthday on Sunday. Oh my god, happy birthday to your brother. We can say that when we're up there. Well, obviously. Well, let me get my shit on the thing so I can get back to my stream. How about you stop your stream, that way you can do Sedgwick. I said, how about you stop your stream, that way you can do Sedgwick. Oh no, I did. I came back from my break and now I'm holding up my followers. Anybody who may watch. Or the nobody who's watching. I refuse to believe there's nobody watching my stream. You know who's watching my stream? The dead. That's why it says there's no viewers, because it's the dead watching. That's not going to show up. What do you prefer? Huh? Tuesday. You prefer? I want to spend time with you. You're my baby. And I love you. Well, I also... I see that. Miss Helpful. Well, I also want you to be comfy. I figured, you could live in a house for 4 days. You want to go somewhere. Yeah, you're so cute. You're so lovely. I feel ridiculous. You're not ridiculous. Stop doing that. What? You're not ridiculous. You're just trying to be a loving baby. And you really think my broken arm's gonna keep me from leaving the house? Fuck no. I got a broken arm. I got a vacation from work. Well, not quite yet. I still gotta do the second thing. You don't understand. You could go out on your own. Yes. However, I feel like if I went with you, it'd make me feel better. You know, but I still got stuff I gotta do today. Like what? I don't remember, but I remember I feel like I needed to go to Walmart. Oh, right, because I was gonna buy some food. What are you gonna buy? More ranch dressing. More, I don't know, maybe some, I don't know. Oh, don't put that in there, McNeil. Stupid. But yeah, I was gonna try to buy some actual food for the house. I'm not gonna do it. Do what? Do this, squat you on the fire. Oh. Gently squat you on the arm. Be like, you're not stupid. Better do. You're not stupid. So instead of giving me the shoulder tap, I spilled spot remover on my dog, and now he's gone. I was translating the sneeze to English, and I noticed what you did. Instead of giving me a shoulder tap, you gave me a head bonk. Yes. You're really good at booping, but you also you also do the bonks, the head bonks. All right. Wait, is my coffee brewing? Did I turn it on, babe? Is it on? Yeah. Okay. All right. So, the official poverty rate in the United States in 2020 was 11.4, which is an increase. See, this is what I can't stand about governments. They like to deflate their actual poverty line, because let's face it, I'm doing fine and I'm above the poverty line, blah blah blah, but with my income, with my assets, someone with like 3 kids is not gonna fucking make it. Like, so this doesn't really, I feel like this doesn't tell the whole story. Like, I feel like the number's probably maybe closer to somewhere between, I don't know, 30-50%. Like, if it's that close to America, I don't know. Really depends on the policies they have there, but I imagine it's not really great, especially since they're spending so much money on a bullshit war. So let's see. The Russian government made increase defense spending by the end of the year. Part of the additional allocations will go toward military needs related to the war in Ukraine, according to the Institute for the Study of War. So, let me pause that right there. Just to like, you know, Kremlin introduces new strategy to recruit Russians for war in Ukraine. So, Russian Finance Minister Anton Siluanov stated that the government requires additional funds to subsidize banks, service state debts, and meet the extra needs of the Russian Ministry of Defense and law enforcement agencies due to the war in Ukraine. An additional 1.5 trillion rubles, approximately $16 billion, is being requested for 2024 on top of the funds already allocated from the federal budget. The ISW noted that the Russian Ministry of Defense continues to offer incentives to encourage citizens' voluntary participation in Russia's war against Ukraine. On October 18th, the Russian Defense Ministry presented a draft resolution proposing to grant combatant status to war volunteers in Ukraine from the start of their participation. The draft resolution does not require volunteers to apply to Russian military authorities to obtain combatant status. So, wait, they don't have to apply? Okay. So, okay, so, but would require the military unit conducting the recruitment to submit the volunteers' information to Russian authorities. This is likely part of ongoing efforts by Russian authorities to incentivize voluntary recruitment and to minimize the need to conduct an unpopular wave of involuntary mobilization, the ISW states. So this is their way in trying to brainwash their population into supporting a war of aggression against a country that never attacked them, or that didn't attack them until they started attacking. So yeah, like, but it still doesn't change the power dynamic there. If any of these people came to sanity, came back to sanity, they would not be able to walk away, because if they did, they would be I don't know. They would probably be put in
Not destroyed.
Huh?
Life should be appreciated, not destroyed.
Exactly. My fiance just said life should be appreciated, not destroyed. Yeah. Since the beginning of the full-scale invasion, Russian authorities have announced several several rounds of additional mobilization for its citizens to participate in the war in Ukraine. The first wave was announced in the fall of 2022, following the Ukrainian armed forces' liberation of most areas in the Kharkiv region. In September of this year, Russian President Vladimir Putin did not rule out a new wave of mobilization for the war in Ukraine. However, ISW considers such a decision unlikely. Putin fears that new mobilization could impact the stability of his regime. As an alternative, the Kremlin has deployed one of North Korea's most secretive special forces units in the war against Ukraine. Yeah, so people in North Korea are being sent out to die in Russia's war. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of mass brainwashing, of mass mind control, we'll say it. Like, when it comes to fucking forcing people, making people think that they have to go out there and lay their lives for a country that does not care about them as people. Like, do we really why, like, I don't understand why people would lay their lives down for a country. Like, it just doesn't. Sorry, but I view my life as being incredibly precious and definitely not worth being used for political purposes. My life is not political. You don't need to politicize my life and weaponize my life and my body. Like, fuck out of here. Let's see, anything else we can Hurricane Oscar makes landfall in the Bahamas and heads towards Cuba. That's this right here. It's going this way if it's going to make landfall in Cuba. Hurricane Oscar made landfall early Sunday in the southeastern Bahamas and was heading towards Cuba, an island recently beleaguered by a massive power outage. The National Hurricane Center in Miami said the storm center arrived in Great Inagua Island. It is expected to produce a dangerous storm surge that could produce significant coastal flooding there and in other areas of the southern Bahamas. 2 to 4 inches of rainfall are expected, with isolated amounts of up to 6 inches. That's horrifying. Forecasters said 5 to 10 inches of rain and even isolated amounts of up to 15 inches are expected across eastern Cuba through Tuesday. Oscar formed Saturday off the coast of the Bahamas and brushed past the Turks and Caicos Islands to the south. Do we know where this is heading? Is it heading towards Florida? Are the trans people gonna be okay? Let's see. Maybe in order to repay reparations to the trans community that he fucked over, maybe Ron DeSantis should offer his mansion exclusively to the trans community. I'm okay with that. Let's see. So, okay, so it's going down, and it's going to swing back up. So is this a threat to the United States at all? That's not a goddamn... Oh my god, get out of here. That's not real. That's some actual AI-generated shit right there. So it looks like... Yeah, so... As of October 2024, Hurricane Oscar has gained attention due to its rapid formation off the east coast of the Bahamas. While it's still developing, weather models indicate that Oscar could follow a path similar to past Atlantic storms, though its specific impacts remain to be fully determined. Oscar's path and current status. Currently, Oscar is moving through the Atlantic, posing potential risks to islands in the southeastern Bahamas and Turks and blah blah blah, tracking updates. So... Wait, I guess a better question is Hurricane Oscar a threat to the U.S.? God damn it, come on. So, no direct threat to the U.S., so we're good then. Well, that's good then. Alright, well, I'm going to call cut this stream. Think we did good. Y'all did good. And I'm going to save this. Remember, the Democrats want to eat your kids, and they want to let transgenders into women's spaces to tear down the liberal democracy and establish a trans supreme gay matriarchy. So definitely do not watch the Queen Matriarch complain about politics every day except for Wednesdays and Thursdays at 8 a.m. And definitely do not subscribe to her content and do not support her on Patreon through the link in the description below. Terrible comment. It's the worst, terrible content. It's the worst content, folks. Terrible jokes in politics, and nobody knows terrible politics like Trump. Vote for me, and we will end this leftist lunacy. So, remember that. That is going to be very important. Okay. Hope you understand that you need to vote for Trump so that you can end the leftist lunacy that we seek to bring about, which is to tear down the liberal democracy and establish a trans supreme gay matriarchy. So definitely do not watch the Queen. Yes. Anyway. Well, that's the show. Follow me on